this. Sorry. You're gonna come down. Can you see? Okay, good. Alrighty. Oh, static. Static. Oh my god. There we go. Hello, sexy souls. Okay, we are going to do an energy check-in for the weekend. Okay. I do want to say friendly reminder, or maybe if you don't know. If you're a person that comes to these lives and wants to fill up the entire freaking chat with just like you have to make a comment on every single thing, and I look up and there's 20 of them, you're not going to be able to chat anymore. Just saying, because that's just flat out ridiculous. Like somebody's just seeking attention at that point. We have chats. We will sit there and talk. Hey, D, where you been? Where you been? What you been doing? Anyways, good morning. So yesterday, I blocked a person from being able to because every little thing, it was just like it was nothing but them. And to me, that's just seeking attention. Like you're not actually adding that much value. If you've got to literally spam the chat with just letting you know, if you've got something of value to add and there's a whole conversation going on between you and maybe somebody else, but if I see nothing but you in the chat, you're getting blocked. That is just ridiculous that you're not even here for the right reasons at that point. So, alrighty. So, weekend check-in. Now, with weekend check-ins, this is good. Like either something's happening this weekend, or there's something that they want you to be aware of going into the weekend, or there's something that might initiate not a singular event, that kind of thing, but something that starts this weekend. So, it's kind of like that. Like we're checking in on the energies to see if there's anything that you don't know that you need to know. So we shall see. Alrighty. Let me give you my spiel. You are a sovereign being of your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any messages might apply. My recommendation is never Cinderella shit to make it fit. Okay? I have been good. Where have you been? Have you been hiding? Have you been watching and not saying anything? Where you been? What you been doing? In my neck of the woods, we are being threatened by Mother Nature with an ungodly snowstorm event. We're used to it. We're used to it. Like people act like we don't get ice storms all the time. We have storms. We have so many storms where I live. Like I promise you, I feel like we try to rival Oklahoma for their shit. Let me just tell you. Whether it's a tornado, frontline winds, we have so many, even or a snowstorm that decides it wants to be 24 feet or 24 inches, not feet. Good God, this ain't Russia. Ice. We are notorious for ice storms. We have them every freaking year. People act like we don't have them we have them every year. It's not uncommon in the middle of the night just to be hearing trees breaking and so, everybody's like, okay. They're just acting like we need to go get generator. I'm like, it happens every year. It may not be as severe some years, but this place, it is the epicenter of bullshit when it comes to weather. So, just saying. So we've been preparing for that. All right, let's dig in. The Golden Universal is calling, so we're gonna start there. Oh, ew. This stuck in my hand. I know y'all saw that. This stuck in my hand. We got the 10 of Cups. Let's just move this out of the way. Judgment. Okay. 5 of Pentacles and Temperance. Oh, it is my son. Hold on one second. I'm gonna give me 2 seconds, guys. Hello? Are you okay? Say that one more time. Um, yeah, they're probably not in network. So they can still run it through the insurance, but you'll have like an in-network cost and an out-of-network cost. And so you just need to call your insurance and find out which labs are in network. Okay. Have you already done the work? Um, I would just tell them that you want to wait and see if there's an in-network lab, that you want to contact insurance and that you'll come back. Okay. Sorry, guys. My son is 22 and he's navigating insurance for the first time, and he's been following up with some stuff, and he's like, "Oh my god!" So give me 2 seconds. Hey, baby, I'm on live. I'm gonna have to hop off, but yeah, just call your insurance, okay? All right, love you. All right, bye. Um, my 22-year-old does not call that early. I was like, I thought maybe something was wrong. I mean, something was wrong, but not. I thought it was something different wrong. So he doesn't call his mama that early in the morning unless something's up. So I was like, oh, I felt like I needed to. And he lives with my mother, so y'all know my mom massively has a lot of health issues and stuff like that. So um, had to answer just in case. My apologies. My apologies. I hope y'all love me anyways. Five of Pentacles with the Temperance card. Something that has been missing, something that you have been lacking, a void. They're giving me the word void is being taken care of. Is kind of like I feel like a void is being filled. A void is being filled. We have the Ten of Cups with the Judgment card, which definitely brings in some level of decision making. It is making moves towards something that offers the Ten of Cups. Sorry, I've got to get back into the swing. High Priestess. It's definitely in alignment. Eight of Cups. Something to get to the, okay, so that's where the decision. To get to the Ten of Cups, there is something that you're walking away from. Okay. I feel like this is backstory to what they want to talk about. They have me doing this and this. So there's got to be something like the overall energy that's going to go in the center. Son of a biscuit. We have the Chariot with the Four of Swords. Both of these are cards of movement, but both of these indicate actual moves. Like moving, like uprooting and moving. Now, Four Swords is more of like a vacation, getting out of a particular location, finding some sense of balance and peace within oneself, but they're both movement cards. One is like temporary, the other one's more permanent. This can indicate any distance. This indicates a very long distance. So we have the Chariot. Whatever this decision is, it brings an immense amount of peace. It's like it shuts off the gremlin in the brain. It'll shut off the gremlin in the brain. It satiates something because it fills a void of some sort. And something about the void took up a lot of brain space. This thing that you felt like you were lacking. King of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Empress. You'll have victory in this decision with bringing a sense of peace. This is kind of like, so the King of Swords is talking about that decision, the way that you're approaching it. First off, you become the King of Swords by being the Queen of Swords. That means you're seeing things clearly. You're getting the greater perspective. You're having like an eagle eye view of a situation, not getting too lost in the detail. You pull out a little bit and you're looking at something in a more grand understanding. But also, when the King of Swords makes a decision, it is final. It is absolute. There's no wafting or wavering or and again, I always say this, the King of Swords, if he makes a decision, it's followed with action because otherwise it's just a thought. It's not a decision. There's some like resolve or absoluteness in making this decision and it just changes everything. Like flips your life. I didn't mean to say that. It flips your life. And then the Empress. I feel like a person's energy, but I also get the sense of like it really allows a lot of abundance in. That's how it fills some kind of void, something that was missing. Okay, so let's talk about, give me more information on what this decision is. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I just picked up this deck and it pulled several cards from other decks. So we're going to take a look at what those are. And then we will actually pull from this one. The first one is the Devil. It would not let me grab that shit without grabbing the others. Then we have, ooh. Okay. The Nine of Cups in reverse. So a wish that goes unfulfilled, a desire that is not met, something kept you stuck, tethered to an old sense of foundation, to an old, to an old establishment, to a wrong foundation. You must have already figured this part out. The Devil. It's like repeating a pattern, staying stuck, repeating a loop, like being on a loop. Having done something over and over and over again, and so it's like you made the decision in the opposite direction a multitude of times. So you're making a new decision. Like it's almost, I feel like it's the same kind of scenario, and it somehow keeps making its way back to you, where you have to make a choice, and it's like you reaffirmed a previous choice in something that you built something on, or a life that you built on, a foundation. Um, and it kept giving you the Nine of Cups in reverse. It was never what you wanted, never what you desired. You were not content and happy and joyful inside. It was not the wish fulfillment you thought it would be. So there was a void. And you finally recognized this. You've recognized it. And put these back. So this decision is, ooh, look at this. There's one that's already flipped. What is going on? Cards from other decks, guys. Cards from other freaking decks. The Three of Cups. The Lord of Abundance. We're going to put this over here because I don't know. I'm not getting energy off of it yet, but there ain't no way. After having to pull, like, really? The quinky dink of that? Yeah. Okay. So you made the wrong decision before and you kept reaffirming it, even though you were given multiple opportunities, and like life just somehow evolved in a way where it would constantly come up, and it's like you can make a new decision, you can make a new choice, you can go in a different direction, and you didn't. You kept reaffirming something else, but it was like you were living a Nine of Cups in reverse. Like the anti-wish fulfillment. It did not give you what you wanted. That's where okay, so this is the second time 8 of Cups has come up. It came up, on a split in the previous deck, which is the Golden Universal, on the other side of the world. So, you now know you have to like, whatever like, again, you were holding on to an existing foundation, something that you came into union with previously. I don't career, location, your family. Like, maybe it was like you kept reaffirming staying around your family, but you whatever that was, you know you have to leave that behind. You have to leave that behind. That is the only way things open up for you. So, on this quote unquote decision, that's probably why you're this King of Swords. It is absolute. The decision is made. You see everything clearly for what it is. There is no other decision. There is no other choice. There is no other direction. And I mean, can you imagine like the Nine of Cups, true, genuine contentment within? Like really, really be feeling happy and joyful and content within yourself. Imagine that reversed. Something was missing, something was very unsettled within your soul. And I don't care what life looked like, external, things were not right within you. Ace of Pentacles. This is a completely brand new path. So it's not one that you've ventured down. I'm not saying that there are not going to be elements of your life that reflect or still look similar to, but this is a path you have not attempted before. Like if you've been living in your hometown your entire life and you move 3,000 miles away, you have never even attempted it. Because again, your mind could think of all the ways something could go wrong. You held yourself back. You held yourself back first and foremost. And so when you do that, you can't see the options that are in front of you. Chariot for the second time. This new path is an option. It's on offer. It's presenting itself to you so that you can make the decision. The only thing that would keep you out of alignment and from moving forward, again, this is a major move. So I have hair in my eyeball. If this is not something where you are massively moving locations, then this is a major change in your life. I do have a few decks that have two decks together, but there's certain ones, especially with tarot, that I don't mix. These are like oracle decks and stuff. So I do that, but I do like to keep, I haven't found like two decks that I would want to mix. I know some people are like, they have, but I haven't yet. But anyway, sorry. I was just reading. So Chariot. This is such a huge leap. This is a huge, but you have to be in alignment. You can't have a part of you that's saying, So there's something that's happening where you get to make a decision. And I swear to you, how you look at it determines how you're going to move. So they're saying it is a possibility. This thing keeps shaking. And that the ability to do this and to say yes is available to you right now. I didn't mean to say right now, but right now. So you would be the only thing to stop you. Promise. So this is what you have to address, the parts of your brain that wants to examine the con list of something. or tell you how all the ways that it can't happen. Because it's only going to be your hesitation again that stops this. So it's about you being in alignment. Like things are in alignment for this to move forward. You are the only obstacle if there ever was one. So your brain is probably going to find and think, yeah, but what about this? And what about this? And I guarantee you something here is going to happen. And they're like, I'm telling you, what you think is going to present as an obstacle is not going to be an obstacle. You. And again, if this is such a big transition, like I've never, ever, 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 ever stepped foot on this type of a path, that could also be the fear that makes you hesitate. You don't have any frame of reference. You don't have a point of reference for this. You may have always had like a plan for certain things, and so when and a way that you live and a way that you operate and how you make it, and you are stepping so beyond that that it's kind of like um, it's utter new territory for you. Your brain is naturally going to get worried because it has no frame of reference for this. Anything else on King of Swords? Look at this major decision. It is your choice. This is a major decision. Major, but it brings the 10 of Cups, which means you achieve 9 of Cups, but then also the 10 of Cups. So this is talking about your environment. This is talking about your environment. This has got to be location, neighborhood, community, the people you associate with, the people that you network with, the people like that which surrounds you and creates your environment. The 3 of Cups is about your environment. Something in your environment is going to change massively. This could be the people that you associate with. This could be the work environment, home environment, community, neighborhood, all that kind of stuff. So King of Swords is so this decision, what the King of Swords is doing is putting you in a situation, in an environment that is in perfect alignment with you. And that's the reason why it brings immense peace. It satiates that which you're missing in your life and creates a support system or a support network. Or just like I like fertile ground for something to happen for you in a direction you've never been. So, okay, tell me about 8 of Cups again. Every time we split, like it does require you to move away from something. But let's focus on the 2 cups. 6 cups is there's something from your past. There's something in your history that you're leaving behind. Again, 4 of Wands, there's a foundation of some sort. Something that was like maybe a major milestone or something that you felt really connected and in union with at one point, and it has been the basis from which you built. It no longer is. That is what you're walking with. So this is big. This is big. This could be a decade-long marriage. This could be a hometown that you've lived in for 30 years. This could be a career that you went to school for and that you invested, however much money and however much time and, capital and everything. It could be a business that you started. It could be, I have been friends with this group since I was young and I've grown beyond them, but it is placing you, whatever this withdrawal, like moving away from, puts you in such fertile ground for a lot of abundance, peace, and happiness within. This keeps coming up. 3rd time. Yeah, it fills your cup. Okay. All right. So let's pick a different deck and see if they want Starman Tarot. Okay, so we've talked about this decision. It's a pretty major one. How how are things? How is this decision going to present itself? Because it feels present, like it's like the energy is right for it already. How is this decision presenting itself? How does it show up? Like, fuck, the world. We saw that on the split earlier. Oh, another major move. They're giving the Aladdin a whole new world. So anything that massively changes that which you surround yourself with. For many, it will include a move, again, either neighborhood, major location. This is very major. Between Chariot and the World, this is a major move. Okay. World talks about like an opportunity as well. Give me a second. Okay, but how does that show up? Like, I mean, they just decide or what? Five of Pentacles again. Three, oh my God, you are so done with being stuck. Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Devil. I almost want to say that you feel like you're going, for lack of a better term, that your current circumstances and whatever loop you've been in has gotten you to the point where you feel like chaos internally in regards to it. Like there's such a level of angst and inability to kind of like deal with. There's an inner turmoil that's happening that's like deafening, they said. It's getting louder and louder and louder, and you cannot avoid the void that you feel. It's consuming your thoughts. It's consuming, and you're doing everything to kind of like there's this, I feel like it's a song and dance or a juggle act trying to keep it in check. Yeah. So is this just something where it's like I have to make a move and nothing shows up, I just do it? Or is there an opportunity that presents itself and then the individual acts? It is a leap of faith. It is feeling like you're taking a risk, doing something foolish. Two of Cups. For some, that could be like a leap of faith in regards to a connection or towards something that you feel your soul is calling to. Okay. Is there an opportunity presenting, or is this person supposed to make the opportunity? So we have the Page of Wands, and in this we have the golden egg. The golden egg usually is like the golden opportunity. There's a golden opportunity. But the wand is, it's like, it's both. It is an opportunity, but also you have to act on it. Like you have to move towards it. That wand is the action that you take. And so the golden egg is then split. I can't, y'all can't see shit because of the sun. Hold on. See that golden, see the wand like breaking through the egg. So the egg is there. A whole egg is the potential of a beginning, a new start. A broken egg for me in any of the decks is one that has begun. So you have to initiate it, but the opportunity is there. So let's talk. And then Six of Swords is you moving towards something. So let's ask about the opportunity. Tell us more about this golden egg. Son of a biscuit. you might be confused as to where the opportunity is because we have the hanged man. Like I'm waiting to see something differently. I'm waiting for something to reveal itself. But we have like the seven of cups. So you may not be aware of what this opportunity is the way that I want to. So I don't have super chats on here. I you can in any of my like uploaded videos, you can see in the descriptions like the PayPal me where you can send donations and everything. So I do have a way. Um, I just don't have it on here. So you'd have to like go to one of my videos if that makes sense. Also, guys, I do offer readings. I have a website. So if you ever wanted to go visit and see what the options are, you can my website's address is in the description as well. Sorry about that. And thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy them. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Like Hanged Man feels like I'm really waiting to see something differently. Like I'm not seeing something clearly. I'm trying to look at something differently. I'm trying to find a way. I'm really looking and I'm waiting for something to present itself. So this is a kind of like a pause or like a meditative observance. There we go. An observance. But you're not quite, it's not clear yet. It's not clear yet. The golden egg is not clear yet. The Four of Cups is like can sometimes be that apathy. And again, this might be where the Eight of Swords comes into play, like how you perceive something. Like if you believe the opportunity is going to come in, that clarity will happen. If you believe that it won't and you're pessimistic and you feel like resistance to, like, oh, it'll never, like you'll miss seeing. And I feel like more like they're saying, like, I'm giving you hints and information to guide you to where the egg is. Think of like a goose egg. Like they don't just lay them. I mean, maybe sometimes they do. They don't just lay them out in the open. Like the egg is sitting and waiting for you to find it. Like the egg has done its job. It's sitting there. Now you have to find the egg. But I don't think you're moving. I think you're trying to observe and catch it as it's coming towards you, but it's almost like you've got to meet it in the middle. Okay, so it's kind of like the egg is in position. Um, and now you have to listen, like the hanged man, you've got to gain a different perspective. So you're not moving right now. It's kind of like the proverbial cup is coming from the sky. You've got to reach up and grab it, right? Um, and so I just get this sense of like I'm waiting. I don't see it. I don't understand like what. And it's like don't look for the opportunity to come your way. Look for the clues that will get you to move closer to the opportunity. Okay. So the egg is there. It's ready to be hatched. It's ready to be. I guess some birdies outside my window. I love birds. Oh. So here's the death card. They're bringing me to. We're gonna get close. See the key? It's sitting roughly where your sacral would be. Like nestled between your sacral and your solar. So there's a level of needing um allowing spirit to flow through you, life force to flow through you, like remove any resistance within your body, within your being, so that things come to you and energy is flowing freely, but also having the confidence in those skills when you're receiving the guidance. Um, that's where you'll find the key to moving towards this opportunity, finding it. So you are supposed to kind of like listen to your gut basically and make the moves that you're supposed to and then all of a sudden the golden egg will be there. And I think that's more about positioning yourself. I don't think these are going to be grand gestures that you're supposed to do. The big action comes after you find the opportunity because it's waiting there for you. It's kind of like going out to your garden and some weeds have grown up, and you're like, I know I planted some carrots over here. And then having to like sift through it. It's about finding it amongst, and that's again the Seven of Cups. Finding it's nestled right there amongst other things, but it's there waiting for you. You just have to be open without any resistance, and then things will come to you. Okay. But death is kind of like you might be in that liminal space. So whether it's the phoenix, where the phoenix dies and then rises from the ashes, or your Christ's story of like going in the underworld and coming up 3 days later, like that liminal space. So things have closed out, and you're so used to sitting in that liminal space, you think something's going to move towards you. Um, it's like needing to walk closer to the door, that key to open the door. But let's say you got 7 doors in front of you and you're like, "Okay." So there is something that you need to do, but the big decision that they're talking about, and maybe that's what you need to do this weekend, is sit with this energy and listen. You need to quiet the brain. It acts as resistance. You need to quit trying to figure out where the egg is and just let it come to you, like the knowledge of it, the understanding, the call towards it, the guidance. The guidance will come. You'll feel instinctually pulled towards it. 3 of Pentacles. These are like the minuscule, minute steps building to something. It's like receive the guidance and do, receive the guidance and do, receive the guidance and do. And some of the things, these are not like major activities. These are like, it feels more mundane, like mundane things. So you may be called to, which I had like a whole, I took 5 days and I like cleansed my place, right? I washed the walls. Like I do that anyways, but like I did a whole thing. We'll just say I won't give details of what I did, but like a whole thing. Um, morning to night, right? Felt very called to do it. It was like, okay, you got to quit questioning the guidance that you receive, the gut instincts that you have, and start act and doing those. Sometimes it's something as big as that. So like you might be called to feel like you got to get rid of a bunch of stuff and purge, right? Become a little more minimalist right now, or you may feel like I don't know why, but I have got to get outside. Like for love of, I have to get near nature. Or you might feel like I need some time in the sun. Or you may feel like I need to I need to delete these different social media platforms and stick with just what, like, I need to, like, you don't know why, but you feel called to it. It's not really this grand, it doesn't come across as this grand thing, but it leads you to the golden egg. Okay. So it's like these little tasks, we'll call it. That was the Page of Swords. It didn't come out all the way, so I put it back. But yeah, it's a step by step. Move forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. And all of a sudden, you're going to hit something. 8 of Wands. It's like every time you listen to the whisper, s- it gets louder and you move closer to something. It's either give me Dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. It's going to be way quicker than you think. So there's you're waiting for something to arrive, and in your confusion, you are either ignoring, not hearing, or dismissing guidance, right? Because you think if I do those things, then I'll be distracted. I've got to wait and watch for something to come towards me. And it's like, it's here. It feels like it's really close to you. So they're giving me they're showing me somebody hearing like little baby rabbits make their little noises. And you're like, okay, where is it? And so you're searching, and you have to stop and you have to just listen. And that, because it's in your yard, you hear it. I hear it. I know these are some, I know that sound. And so you actually have to stop and like a sonar, almost like move towards the sound. And then you find what you're looking for. It's going to happen way quicker than you realize. If only you were to listen to, I almost want to say it's a little bit like a preparation in a way. It does help with preparation, but they don't want me to say it like that because it makes it sound like you've got more to do. You really don't. And it's not busy work. It's like you're just not seeing it. Because it's here. The opportunity is here. You're just not seeing it yet. So you do the work to move towards something. Singularly focused, moving through. That's the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? It's going to happen very quickly. Something about following, and maybe it's just that. Maybe you need to get into the habit. There may be all these little things that you feel called to and feel drawn to have nothing to do with the golden egg or clearing anything away. But it's the fact that you're so used to just sitting and waiting to receive that you're ignoring anything and everything that comes through. So you're not used to acting on guidance, instinct, intuition, right? So you don't even hear it. Like it just sounds like one of the many noises in your head. And so they want you to practice respecting it, hearing it, honoring it. And then all of a sudden it's like poof, something arrives because that might be the thing. In order for them to put the egg right the fuck in front of you, like I feel like it's in your orbit, but they have to know that you will follow the guidance, that you will follow your instinct, that you will honor your intuition. So you know, whoever this is, that you have to do this. You're ready. You're ready to make the decision. It's an absolute. You're in alignment with that decision. You're ready to step on a completely, utterly new path that you've not tried before. They need you to align with them, with spirit, so that you can your higher self, source, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because it's your beacon on how to maneuver something. And then poof, the wand that breaks the golden egg. Yeah. You'll be able to wield that then. So it's actually not preparation. It's not anything that you've got to do beforehand. You may feel like you're being called to do different things, but it's to get you in the habit and the exercise of acting on those things without questioning them, without hemming and hawing, contemplating. It can't be really that big because that's what's keeping you stuck. Eight of Swords. So once they see that you have created a consistent Eight of Pentacles, consistency with that, poof, shit happens fast and things open up. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do my coffee. This is just a general read. There are options on my website if you want to purchase some readings, but we're not doing any live readings today. I know a lot of people who come on live, like they do, and I used to do that. And I might start again. I would do like a 4-hour session. But I haven't in a long time. So this is just a general read. I know most people don't do general reads on live, but let me just tell you, uploading shit to this platform can be irritating sometimes. And there's, oh my God. And I don't have the patience. And so I just come on live to do it. Okay. So your job this weekend is to listen and to act. I don't care if you're like, that's got nothing to do with starting. I don't care. You need to get into the habit of acting on your instinct, your intuition, your gut feelings, the directions that are given to you. It's pertinent to cultivate this and to show consistency with it. So you need to quiet that mind. Let me pull from a different deck and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, they want to talk about the move. It's like, are we putting the cart before the horse here? They're like, no. They're giving you a carrot. It's like if they don't talk about the major move between the world and the two chariots and the four swords, if they don't talk about the change in environment, then I guess giving you information about it will help you commit to the consistency of following your gut. So, I'm gonna use Archangel Tarot. Three of Cups. Also, something small might lead to something big. So don't underestimate if your gut tells you to go and do something because Three of Cups does talk about like events. And then we did have the Four of Swords, which is like a little miniature trip or it's a little reprieve. It's like give yourself a pause, do something for you, take some time out kind of thing. So you might end up doing something that is just supposed to be pleasurable and it somehow because you follow your gut and not your mind, right? Your mind can talk you out of things and go, you know what, that distracts me from what I need to be doing. I don't need to be well, maybe you should say yes to something. Maybe if you feel like, oh, I should do this, then do it. Um, maybe a little bit of fun. This is not for everybody, but for some people, that is like a step towards. And the only way to get to the egg is again, if you honor consistently the guidance that you are feeling and receiving within. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I don't always pay attention to the chat because if I'm in the midst of something and going, I got to keep going or else it's gone. And so when there's a moment where I can actually look, I'll look. But like I've had people go, "Are she even paying attention?" No, I'm not. I'm listening to spirit and just giving you information. Okay. Okay. All right. Tell us about this major environmental change. This move. Talk about it. Again, because it is going to cause a major shift in your environment. People, jobs, places, blah, 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 blah. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it talks about like life being out of balance and stress-related health concerns and feeling the weight of the world. Again, there's something that's missing. There's a void that seems kind of like getting louder and louder and louder. It feels very tumultuous internally, and you're doing everything you can to kind of keep that shit in check. It's just too much. Like, I feel like saying the energy in which you're supposed to exist being shoved into the space that you're in, the environment you're in, is just too much. It's like you're meant to expand. You know there's like those little canisters that magicians use or jokesters or whatever, and you open the can and all this stuff comes flying out, whether it's like little looks like little snakes, worms, or like the scarves or whatever it is. And it's like imagine trying to shove all of that under and putting that like that's what it feels like. It feels like you're a sardine in a can. I don't know if that reference went over. Anybody said that like the can of sardines, like they're smash. Like how many sardines? How'd you get so many? I forgot I have my earbuds on. It's just too much. It's too much for you. Like, you can't be what you feel in alignment with where you're at, period. It's I feel like it's I know that there were torture devices that would, like, somebody, back in medieval time. The only thing that's coming to my mind, though, is a very dirty one, so, like, BDSM stuff, and, like, there's a cage, like a cage, that men wear in certain parts of their body so that they can't experience the full, like, that's what they're showing me in my head, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's painful." It is painful, and if you're not careful, pain will become your pleasure. Duh! They don't want that. It'll become the way that you survive. Wow, that was an analogy and a half. 5 of Wands, it's too much. 10 of Wands with a 5 of Wands. Like, I feel like your life force feels like it's being suffocated and cut off. That would be your will to live. That would be your connection to existence, connection to life itself. Wheel of Fortune. Um, so it is a time of positive change. A situation moves forward suddenly. Fortune being on your side. Let's take a look at this. Jeez, God Almighty. 10 of Swords. Jesus. You have found a way to just exist in this time and space of your life. It is cutting off your blood flow. It is squelching your desire to be a part of this like your life force. It's being snuffed out. They're showing me somebody that's like they're showing me, like, in those horror movies, like somebody in a coffin, like, and buried alive. That's what it feels like. Two of Pentacles came out in reverse. I don't usually use reversals, so let's take a look. Yeah, the need to make a decision. This has to happen now. Like, it needs to happen. That's why you're in the King of Swords energy. There, you tried. You've been around that fucking merry-go-round plenty of times. It feels suffocating. This void is so loud. Whatever is missing, it feels suffocating. So, this move takes you to a completely new foundation, to a completely new, like, the Four of Wands is, it's a milestone card. So, there's life before and life after. Um, Whatever you built your life on before, it's this is preventing a major, major tower moment, because the tower comes down because it's built upon a faulty foundation. This is a conscious decision to walk away from a condemned building, a condemned existence, and moving towards another one where happiness and joy can actually thrive. Like, it's an utterly different life, but it's the one that you always wanted and thought you were going to be able to achieve with whatever other foundations you put in your life. So, um, Chariot for the fourth. So, the Four of Wands also talks about contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, and success. This chariot talks about a chariot's about an important achievement. Like, this matters. This is going to be monumental to your life and how you choose to live it and what you're able to accomplish in it. You can't accomplish shit right now. Again, you may have certain things You're capped, is what it is. You may have certain things happening that on the surface look beneficial, but everything feels like you're being buried alive, you're suffocating, you're not really living, your life force is being snuffed out. Um, and this could, I mean, because if like somebody who has a degree, like if you're walking away from something you poured your heart and soul into, it's not giving anymore. It's not fulfilling. It's not pouring into you. And so you have no other choice but to walk away, right? You could have your masters and 10 different certificates and all and you're like, I'm leaving that for a different, and that would be considered a positive thing. You can't sit there and say that that wasn't an achievement, right? So it's one of those things where it's like just because it has the appearance of something positive to others, or like, wow, that's really amazing that you're like, I can't anymore. Because if I have to keep going like this, I might as well not keep going. Like I can't live like this anymore. You tried to make that work. And you thought because it was you looked at it because it was a foundation that it was always going to be stable. But you can feel it shifting under your feet. It's just not. Again, it could be marriage, work, where you live. You thought you would always love it here, and it's deafening how much you need to leave. So you're capped where you're at. You have to move to a different foundation. This is something that you can build, something that you will be proud of, that you will thrive with, that you'll feel alive with. And that's an important achievement for whatever you're meant to actually do later on. And so for those where it's your environment has to change, it and you're like you feel capped, everything changes when you move. When you get out of that environment. Everything for the better. So, um is this a move like a let's talk about that. King of Swords. The two cards that keep coming out consistently. Chariot, King of Swords. Chariot, King of Swords. Chariot, King of Swords. I just feel an absolute resolve for this decision. Mm, there's the decision, the judgment card. But in this deck, it's called renewal. Time to move in a new direction. And then this is the Nine of Pentacles. Everything that you wanted to achieve for yourself, your personal goals, your personal desires, existing in this world the way that you always saw it, being able to enjoy life's little, you may have had a lot of things, and not everybody has, but you may have a lot of things that can be looked at like, oh, this is an achievement, this is a trophy, this is a this, but it's almost like you couldn't connect to life. And so you couldn't enjoy even the smallest things. All the little things that life has to offer. It's finding joy and pleasure in all the things now because your life force is not snuffed. Okay. Anything else you want to add, Spirit? Okay. Nine of Swords. If you expect the worst, it'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You are the only thing that could stand in the way. Address this weekend. Listen, act, be consistent, and before you know it, because we had the Eight of Wands, that shit will happen fast. Fast. And when that golden egg presents itself, you fucking crack that bitch open quicker than anything because that's the life that you really desire. The Ace of Wands. That is what you truly desire. And you need to go after it with gusto. So take the time this weekend to address any mental resistance to listening to the guidance and following it and acting consistently. And before you know it, the egg will appear before you. You'll see it clearly, loud as day. Okay? Alrighty. I feel like that's good enough. I feel like that's what they want to say. Boy, I tell you what, hold on. I have something dangling in my shirt, and it felt like a bug. It was just my string. I was like, what is in my shirt? Oh my God. But I didn't panic. Did you notice? I didn't panic. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope this message finds whoever it's meant for. Hope you all have a fantastic and wonderful day, and I'll see you guys at the next read.